Trump up big time. If you look at the recent polling. What could possibly be the path forward?
That's $1 million question, Bob. Nikki Haley, first of all, if she has this surprise victory in New Hampshire, which we know she won't, but if she does, seemingly well, she has to convince voters that she's more than just a one-state candidate, right? Because independent voters in New Hampshire are not the same as Republican voters in South Carolina. And, there's always been this talk of a Republican firewall in South Carolina from the 80s, but there's a new firewall, and that's Donald Trump's. Because once you get past South Carolina, you go to Texas, you go to North Carolina, those are Trump-rich delegates. She doesn't have a chance. She didn't put operatives there. She didn't put money there. So she's hoping for, I think, a cash infusion tomorrow, should she do well, to focus on other states.
Interesting. I mean, the gloves we know are off on both sides. Nikki Haley actually took aim at Trump's mental acuity yesterday, Peter, after he appeared to mix her up with former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Seems like maybe he did that on purpose. I don't know. And her security responsibility at the Capitol on January 6th. Listen.
When you're dealing with the pressures of a presidency, we can't have someone else that we question whether they're mentally fit to do this.
Yeah, your response to that. What do you think she means by mentally fit regarding
I think she's trying to raise the question about age and the fact that, he mixes up a few words. But I would say Donald Trump, for better or worse, is no different now than he was 40 years ago. I mean, Joe Biden is very different from the way he was. Now, Donald Trump is Donald Trump. He's a character. If he mixes up a name, I'm sure he did it 30 years ago, too. I mean, he's just, and I'm sort of with you. I thought maybe he was doing that intentionally.
Exactly.
He said Haley and Pelosi, you're two of the same.
Say it was a mix-up. Nobody speaks more than him on earth right now. I truly mean that. You look at all the speaking events he's going to, he barely gets any sleep.
I was thinking that too. You don't even know where you are on a given day, what date it is.
I don't know
where
how
you're waking up.
I don't know how he does this. Nikki Haley grasping at straws here to try and go after something like that, Brianna?
Yeah, absolutely. She's trying to fall into the Democratic playbook of Donald Trump's age. Age has never been a disqualifying factor for any candidate in all of American history, and I think it's a losing point. And if she wanted to target Trump, she would go for something that's a little more rich, like her policies, which.
No, interesting point. And I mean, she has been criticized for not being hard enough on Trump.
Right.
So maybe this is her kind of last-ditch attempt to do so. All right. Brianna Lyman, Peter King, appreciate both of your insights. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, a big issue for voters in New Hampshire is securing our southern border. That's becoming an issue in every state here. A caravan of more than 500 migrants that departed from northern Honduras in hopes of reaching the United States reportedly dissolved yesterday, though, after crossing into the border in Guatemala.
That's right. And our border correspondent, Jason Jones, joins us live now with the latest on that. Jason, what happened? Why did this caravan dissolve?
Well, Katrina, Bob, good afternoon. And you've got to ask yourself, why in the world is this thing happening? And it's probably most likely from diplomatic relations that took place over Christmas between the United States and Mexico